Black moved his queen here, and now can you believe me that white can checkmate the black king in only 5 moves here? Let me show you how. First, we give this check. It's pretty obvious why. Now, if they block with the queen, we can simply take the queen. So they won't do that. What they are going to do is play king h7, hiding their king here. What do we do now? Let's just look at the checks we have. The first check we have is queen takes this pawn, giving this check to the black king. But what happens is just we are just sacrificing the king, and then after this check the king just escapes. So that's definitely not the move here. Another check that we have is rook here, giving a check to the black king and sacrificing a rook at the same time. Well, guess what? This is the right move, because after the king takes our rook, we have this check with the queen, and the only move for the black king now is king here. And once the king goes here, it's a mate in one, that is queen to g7 checkmate. Today we are going to solve 4 more puzzles like this. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the next puzzle. In this puzzle, white can win this bishop and this rook at the same time. I'll give you 5 seconds to find the move. You can pause the video if you need to. Okay, so the move is very simple. We first have to take this bishop. Now they are going to have to take the rook. And now we have a fork here. Now, wherever the king moves, we can take this rook for free, and we have a completely winning position as white. Comment down below I found the move if you found this move. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Okay, so this is the next position. Now this one is a little bit tough. In this position we can checkmate the black king, and it's made in 2. Can you find the winning move here? Okay, so first of all, let's look at the checks we have. We have this check, but that just gives up the rook, and we have no follow-up after that because the queen can't go here because of this bishop. We have this check, but it would just be a trade of queens and nothing else. And finally, we have another check here, which also just loses the rook, and we will have no follow-up, and the king would just escape from here. So the only move which works here is sacrificing the queen. The king has no legal moves, so they have to take with the bishop, and once they do, we can checkmate the black king like this, covering all these squares. Let's move on to the next puzzle. In this position, it's black to play and win material. So first of all, the white king is in check, and what white does in this position is blocks with the rook. This move is a complete blunder. Do you know why? I'll give you 5 seconds to find the move. First, let's look at the obvious move, which is just trading the rooks. Nothing happens, we just win an extra pawn. And are we happy with just an extra pawn? I don't think so. So the move here is pawn to d4. The rook can't take this pawn because it's pinned, and we are threatening to take the bishop. If white decides to take this pawn, we get a free rook. And so what white decides to do here is take our rook. Now the move is simple. We first take the bishop with check. They will take our pawn, and now we win this rook. And we are up a bishop, and we also have 3 pawns. We are going to take this pawn on the next move, and we are completely winning.